President of the class of '68, Kenny Dussel.
Get a podium. Get a podium.
I'm a little short shit, so maybe. Thanks, Roger. No, it's just what I needed. No, I'm happy to be here and welcome everyone. Why am I welcoming you? I came from Fort Lauderdale. You know, I mean, you guys, many of you live here. But no, this is a neat occasion. I've been to every one of these. And in our class, I think it's had more reunions than a lot of other classes. I usually make them because my parents live here, and so I think when I left Army in 1976, so I've been back for how many years that is. But whenever I find out there's a reunion, I kind of coordinate it because I'm one of those lucky people. I'm a school teacher, so I don't have to work in the summertime. So I come up and coordinate my travels. And I've made every one. The 10th year reunion, I don't remember very well. I don't think any of you guys do either because we're all stoned. You know? The 20th was interesting. I remember that because one nice thing about these reunions, you kind of know how old everybody is, except for the spouses. And of course, the spouses hang out and say, you know, what am I doing here? You know, they're bored out of their brains. But the 20th reunion was interesting because, well, we were 38 years old, and a lot of people had been married and divorced, and I think a lot of people were trying to get laid at the 20th reunion. There was a lot of hanky-panky going on. The 25th was nice, the 35th was. This one now, last night was great. Last night was wonderful, and Dale's, of course, is always a trip. This one, I don't know, with except for maybe Youngman, I don't see anybody that's stoned, you know. Many of us, I don't know if we're trying to have sex or not, but this one's very laid back. This is, you know, the point. I like it. I don't think we're old farts, but we're not going to climb up the rope like, you know, Kurt did back in the days. We're getting there. But that, I'd like to recognize, you know, people that have done this for the last 41 years, and I think Kurt Dussel and Dwayne Powell, the Swartzes, McNeely's, I think they were some of the first people that organized these things. Certainly, in the last 16 years, Cindy Norman, and I think we ought to give Cindy Norman a big... without her. And then this year, Roger Warnock and Bob Rosen and Dave Youngman and Cindy Norman and others. If I missed anyone, Kurt's been doing this for 35 years, 41 years, and Sylvia. I was say, if I missed anybody, Sylvia, you know, oh well, you know, it was just a crazy Mexican anyhow. And, you know, we know that. You know. I know. Kim absolutely. I'm sorry, you know. As president class, I've never done a damn thing with these. I just show up.
We want a recall.
I promise you, I was president of the class in 1968, but nobody in the last 41 years has put me in charge of anything, so you're safe. You're safe. But it's a treat to be here, and this year it's just very mellow. I guess we are getting old, you know, but it's very nice, you know. Anybody have a 20-year-old wife? Right, Swartz got a 20-year-old mistress. But it's been very enjoyable, and the evening's still young, and I've certainly enjoyed every one of these. I'm not quite sure why people don't come to them, you know. I mean, they're a lot of fun, so, you know, I'm looking forward to what, 9 years down the road?
The 50th.
Well, 50th, if we're still alive. I know we survived. A lot of us probably shouldn't, and some haven't, you know, but I've taught high school for the last 25 years, and I'm unorthodox, but I've always said that, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll never did me much harm, and so I'll just keep doing that. That's nothing, man. So here, Roger, that's my info.
That was good.
Oh boy, I should have known anonymity.
What were you thinking? Way to go, Dad.
Yeah, why'd you ask me? You know?
Here, dude.
Yeah, I would, you know, one of the most special things I thought from this reunion, and we did have some and others, and I'm just genuinely excited that our teachers decided that we hadn't offended them as much as we thought we did back then.
Yes, we did.
Either that or they came back to get a second dose. I don't know. I actually looked at the RSVP from the teachers. We had 3 from Fort Miami, which is where many of us went. And I just couldn't believe that would be true. But nonetheless, I would like to give a moment of applause and honor. I'm genuinely honored to have you folks here.
Okay, we have with us Mr. Brubaker, our favorite geometry teacher.
Stand up, man.
Mrs. Carr was the secretary in the office when we were first. Now, I only know her as Mrs. King because I went to Wayne Trail. Miss Raybach. And our associate principal or assistant principal, Dwayne Wamsley here. Well, she did not teach our class, but Mrs. Wamsley taught at Wayne Trail also.
Thanks, Andy. I didn't have the list in front of me, folks, but that was truly an honor for me. I got a chance last night. Unfortunately, I understand Mr. Granger had a death in his family, a tragedy, and couldn't be with us. I missed Mr. Granger. He was one of my favorites. Mr. McDaniel was here last night with Mr. Rep. That was huge. They were big in my life, I know. But nonetheless, thank you very much. We're honored to have you. What else have we got coming up? I think I'd like to take a moment. We have a group of us that, like Danny said, I mean, there are, of course, people that just didn't even make it out of the college years. 1968 was a pretty tough year, but I think Bob has created a little bit of an honorarium for those of us that are no longer with us, but never forgotten. So let's take a moment to honor those. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait a second, Bob. Okay. Wait a second until I tell you.
I apologize for the recording.
It's your fault.
Hold on one second. Okay, memories. Remember when cloth diapers were in and boiling baby bottles again and again. Remember black and white TVs and the Lone Ranger, Roy Rogers, Howdy Doody, and Soupy Sales, and Lawrence Welk too. Remember Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, and blankets to cover our heads. Remember your first day of school, all dressed up so cool in your new shoes, clothes, and school boxes of crayons, markers, and pencils too. Remember your first grade teachers in different schools and recess in the monkey bars room. Remember singing for our parents and talent shows too. We had band concerts, practices, and sports events too. Remember our middle school, must follow new rules, lockers, homework, switching classes too. All passes, monitors, and good old cafeteria food. Remember gym class and those 3-minute showers. Funky gym clothes too. Running the track and baseball, basketball, and football teams too. Remember the new high school that was so big with our courtyard and panther and our ding-dong, and the Panthers ruled. Remember the principal's visits and hall passes to the restroom. Remember sick days, make-up homework, and the big yellow bus that seemed so cool. Remember the day you got your temps, then your license, and driving to school. Student parking lot, and all your friends you knew, and holidays for getting out of school. Remember the football rallies, bonfires, and cheerleaders too. Our mommy Pantherette was cheering for you. Home games, away games, and detentions after school. And study hall was the best class of all. The seasons have changed with split session classes, while construction at the school, it grew bigger and better. We learned things we never knew, making new friends and keeping the old. All the while we were purple and gold. Mommy Panthers, so bold. We were young once, children of our parents, now we have children of our own. Remember when 30 was old? Take a look around you, the friends and family you've known. We're all here together, products of purple and gold. The teachers that taught steered us to where we are today. We have doctors, lawyers, teachers, nurses, mothers, fathers, all over the USA and more. Thanks to the purple and gold, our stories are told. And we all have lives of our own. Remember your memories of Mommy and your past. Hope to see you all in a few years at our next reunion of the 1968 class. Memories are forever, and it's been a blast. Some memories we'd like to share with you of classmates who have passed.